Hi there, real quick. I'm going to run through the 7-site skin fold procedure so that you can see the technique that I'm using. Should say that all measurements should be taken on the right-hand side of the body. I've already gone ahead and marked where I'm going to take the measurements because at each site you want to do at least 2 measurements to ensure that you're getting the correct reading. So I've already marked each site so I can kind of just jump from one to the other. When you make your pinch, you should keep your hands on the skin the entire time you're using the caliper. So you're pinching, caliper, release, and then release your hand. You're going to wait 1 or 2 seconds once the caliper is pinching because you'll see it kind of move and you want it to, rest where it should be. So you're waiting 1 to 2 seconds on each measurement. And in between the duplicate readings on each side, you want the skin to just kind of relax a little bit and let the skin return to the normal texture and thickness before remeasuring it and moving on to the next ones. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first site, which is the chest. So it's going to be taken halfway between the armpit and the nipple. It's going to be a diagonal fold. So all the folds in the 7-site series are either diagonal or vertical, and they kind of go with the natural line of the body. So you'll see as we move forward what I'm talking about. So again, this chest is measured halfway between the armpit and the nipple here. You're gonna pinch, excuse me, with your finger and thumb, and you're going to place the caliper about 1 centimeter away from your pinch. Let it sit. 15. Again, I said you're going to take at least 2 measurements on each side to make sure you're getting the accurate reading. So with that mark there, I can tell that I'm grabbing the same place every time. So a pinch, 15. And so we'll move on to the next one, which is the mid-axillary. So this is in line with the xiphoid process, like the same level as the xiphoid process on that mid-axillary line. So right down the middle. This is a vertical fold. So that last one was a diagonal. I should say the chest was a diagonal with that natural line there. This one is a vertical up and down with the body line. So again, pinch, 13. Let the skin sit for just a second here, and then retake the measurement. 13. So that was the same. And once you have 2 that are the same, you can move on to the next site. If you have a big difference in numbers, then you want to retest that site. So move on to the third one, which is the triceps. So this one is a vertical fold, so with the natural line of the arm, and it's the posterior midline, so right in the middle of the back of the arm. In order to find that, you're going from the shoulder to the elbow here, and it's the midway point. So go ahead and relax. Grab. 20. And again, for that duplicate measurement, so we're moving on to the next line, which is the subscapular measurement. In order to find where you want it, it's under that scapula right there. So you can have the client bring the arm like this, and it kind of defines, it highlights where it needs to be, and it's going to be parallel to that scapula, and it's a diagonal, so you can see it's with a natural line, so it's a diagonal fold. Have them relax the arm, you're going to grab, measure 10, 10. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next one, which is the abdominal. So this is a vertical skin fold measurement about 2 centimeters away from the belly button. So we're going to go ahead and grab, pinch, and then the second time, so 25. Now we're moving on to the 6th of the sites, which is the suprailiac. So the natural hip here, the top of the hip or the crest of the iliac crest here, the top of the hip. This is a diagonal fold right in line with that hip. We're going to grab 15. And moving on to that last one, which is the thigh. So it's going to go from that natural crease to the top, the patella, and then you want to find the midway point. This is, like I said, I already have one marked, so it's easy. So it's a vertical in line with the leg. So grab, pinch. And you want a relaxed quad too. This would make it easier. We tend to keep a lot of body fat on our thighs, so it's kind of a meaty chunk here. So if they have a relaxed quad, it makes it easier. And the same. So real quick, we ran through the 7-site skin fold measurement assessment here. Just to reiterate, all measurements on these sites are going to be either vertical or diagonal, and they kind of go with the natural line of the body. The caliper should be right on the skin surface, about 1 centimeter away from your pinch. You're going to keep that pinch the entire time the caliper's on so that it doesn't slip or hurt your client. You're going to wait 1 or 2 seconds just to make sure the dial goes to the accurate mark. And you're going to wait a couple seconds in between each measurement just to let the skin relax and return to the normal texture and thickness. And you're always measuring on that right side of the body so that the next time you're getting an accurate progress tracker, you're measuring from the same spot every time consistently. So yeah, that was my demonstration. Thank you so much.